Awesome. All right. Hey Norma, I've got your video going here. I've got day one starting with our overhead drunken lunges. So for those, we want to think about the drunken lunge as a step over lunge. So we're holding the weights up overhead in a nice, so a single weight, single dumbbell overhead. You probably won't need that much weight, but what we want to think about is that with those arms up, we're stepping out and over and dropping down. So we have this nice crossover effect, working into the hips, making sure they stay straight forward the whole time. For the football hamstring curl, that's where you have both feet up on the top in the middle of the ball, pushing your hips up and then pulling those legs into your glutes and back. I don't have a ball here to demonstrate for you, unfortunately, but with that we want to be pushing in and out, hips stay up the whole time, so just your shoulders are on the floor. Moving into your controlled single leg step down from bench. Standing on the bench, if you want, you can have 2 dumbbells or single dumbbells, so you can have your hand up on the wall. From that, we want to lower down till your toes touch the floor and then step back up again. So that's going to all be in that one leg the whole time. And then switching over. With that, I do want you to think about starting on your non-dominant leg for any of these unilateral exercises. Your seated row, using 2 separate handles, so instead of that V-shaped one that we often will use for that row, having those 2 handles will let you change your movements. So if we have a single pull here for narrow, and then out to 45, and then nice and wide out here. With that, if that doesn't feel good with those handles, then just do a set of each, so that we're having all of that that nice change through the shoulders, and then you can use a different handle if you need to. Decline chest press, that's when we're going to sit with our legs in that angled bench, and we're coming all the way down. So your hips will be way up over your legs, come down here. From that, then you're pushing through. So if I was upside down, we would see that motion is coming through here, working into those low pec muscles. I think you should have been doing these already, and if you haven't, just check in with one of the trainers there. They can show you that one really easily. Our calf raise with single arm bicep curl, so you'll have either one or both feet, one hand on the wall, and then our bicep curl coming up as we drop our heels up and down. And again, with that one, we can work into those 3 different foot angles as you're moving through that. With that, the amount of weight you can have in one hand probably isn't enough to challenge into those calves, so doing single calf on that same side as your bicep curl should be an extra challenge. For our alternating arm and leg touch, I'm going to have to move this. I'm at my mom's house. House sitting, so hopefully that doesn't fall down. So from here, then what we want to think about is being out in a starfish, and as we come up, we're reaching for the toes. So all the way down, all the way up and over. This opposite hand stays down the whole time, getting just that 2 shoulders off the floor if we can as we reach for those toes. Nice big exhales as you come up there. And then finishing out with that full body back extension. So you're going to lay on your stomach for this one. And then powering up both hands and both feet from the floor. So getting that full activation through the whole back of your body.